The man, the myth, the legend. A Nader interview. Oh no, not a Nader one.
Today I interview Vita Chambers. Vita Chambers was born in Vancouver, BC, and was raised in Barbados. She began her career at age 16. It's a pleasure to welcome Vita to the show. Vita Chambers began her career by posting a video and 4 of her original songs on her MySpace page at the age of 15. She was signed to Universal Motown when she was just 16 by Sylvia Rhone. Chambers was the opening act, singing Heatwave at the November 2009 Thanksgiving Day NFL halftime show, featuring a Motown review by The Future of Motown. Chambers' first single, Young Money, was released in March 2010. Her EP, The Get-Go, was released in March with 5 songs on iTunes. At age 17, Vita toured with Justin Bieber as one of his opening acts on his My World Tour in 2010, as well as performing at the Lilith Fair in 2010, Bamboozle Roadshow, PopCon, and touring with Forever the Sickest Kids. She also performed with Estelle at the 2010 Soul Train Awards in Atlanta. Chambers is now an independent artist under her own company, Gold Note Productions.
Nader, thank you so much for this interview. I really appreciate it. Honestly, every little thing helps, and this has helped me. It's going to help me so much. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Vita Chambers herself is thanking me. Vita, you know, it's a true pleasure to have you on the show today. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to interview you. It's a true pleasure. Let's start off by telling the audience a little about yourself.
My name is Vita Chambers. I am 21 years old. I was born in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I grew up in Barbados till I was 16 years old. When I was 16, I got signed to a major label in New York, and my life completely changed. I was put out on tour immediately. I toured for 1.5 years to 2 years. I toured in Middle America. I toured all over the States, except for Hawaii, which is a big bummer. But, and I also went on tour with Justin Bieber. I did a lot of things. And then in 2012, I decided that I wanted to become an independent artist and basically have a lot more control over my art. So I opened up my own production company called Gold Note Productions. I signed myself. I moved to Canada and I released my song Fix You, which did way better than I was expecting. It went top 10, it went gold within a few months. I got nominated for a Juno, which is the Canadian version of the Grammys, and I got a lot of notoriety from it and a lot of success from it. So from then I released another single called What If and my new single called A+D. So along the way I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I'm also learning a lot, and I am slowly but surely making my way through the music industry.
I see. Now, Vita, how do you find life in North America compared to life in Barbados?
It's very different. I grew up on an island where life is all about just enjoying life and relaxing, and you do your job, and then you go to the same spot every night and you see all the same people, but for some reason it's a lot of fun and you enjoy yourself. It's a very it's a great way of living, and I really appreciated it after I moved. I love Canada, and Canada's done so much for me, and I loved living in New York, and that was fun, but Barbados definitely was a good foundation for me, because I learned all about just respecting people. That's a huge thing in Barbados, respecting your elders and respecting people around you. So that helped me through the industry. And it was a bit of a culture shock when I first moved. So I think I've adapted, kind of. I still say hello to strangers, and sometimes they are a little caught off guard. But that's just my island girl raising. So it was a bit challenging.
Okay, me and you totally have to go to Barbados together. Now, how do you find producing music as an independent artist instead of, you know, producing music with a large label like you used to? How did things change for you?
Producing music independently is a bit challenging compared to being told what to sing. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I write my own music, I co-produce my own music, I co-direct my own music videos. I'm involved in every aspect of my music. So, but starting off in the beginning and tackling that beast, you know, not knowing a lot about being an independent artist, because I was always told what to do and things were given to me. So when it came to my music, and I was just told to show up if there was a music video shoot, so I wasn't involved in any of the planning for it. So when I became independent, I had to learn all of the little nooks and crannies that were involved in developing yourself as an artist. I had to be creative, and when someone wasn't exactly giving me the right idea for a music video that I wanted, I had to then come up with it. I couldn't just rely on somebody else to do it. So I had to step up and do a lot of things for the first time that I wasn't sure I could do in the beginning, but knock on wood, continuously, hopefully I keep going. I made the right decisions so far. So it's definitely challenging, and I go through times when I don't know what I'm doing and I feel like I'm in over my head, but then I wake up the next day and I love what I do and I just pick myself back up and I keep going. So that's been my journey so far.
Vita, what is the #1 reason why you make music?
Because I love it. I love what I feel when I hear a song that I love. I love performing. There's something so pure and honest that comes out of you when you're in front of a whole bunch of people. It's humbling, because when people watch new artists perform, they're very honest with their responses, and you can see it on their face. So either they like you and they're gonna stay and watch, or either they're gonna get up and leave. So I love making music. It's just, and I love being a part of something. It feels bigger than myself when you're able to make someone feel a certain way, and you're able to make someone cry or laugh just because of music. It's a very powerful thing, and I feel so privileged and honored to be a part of it.
Vita, the love you have for making music is truly inspiring. And speaking of making music, do you mind giving us a little background about your upcoming singles and the videos that you're going to be releasing?
Yes, A+D, my new single. I have 2 parts to it. I have A+D, the radio edit, which is more pop oriented, and then I have A+D orchestral, which I just by fluke decided that I wanted to have an orchestra play behind me while singing. So I worked with this 16-piece orchestra in New York, and I called them up and I worked really well with them. And Max, Shattered Glass, that's the name of the group, and Max is the composer, and I called him and I said, listen, sounds crazy, but I just want to make a completely artistic, out-of-the-box rendition of my song A+D. Tell me what you think. So he listened to it and he loved it, and we ended up working together and creating it. His name's Max Jacob, and I have to applaud him because I am not the easiest person to work with. When it comes to my art, I'm very anal about certain things. So I wanted the music to sound a certain way. I wanted the emotion to come through a certain way. But he was fantastic. So it came together very organically, and we ended up coming with something that I'm very proud of. And I hope everyone likes it. So my new single, A+D. Both of them, it's about accepting and seeing the beauty in both the good and bad in you, yourself, and people. I don't know if you can hear a little snorting. Side note, it's my puppy, Phoenix. He's on my lap during the interview, so if you hear little weird noises, it's him. He's sleepy. So that's A plus D. July 7th, please go check it out. I hope that you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. If you can't say something nice at all, don't say it.
Just the right dose of right and wrong. 'Cause this feels like a devil and an angel fell in love. Just the right dose of right and wrong. It's like a devil and an angel fell in love.
Vita, tell us about your good and bad sides.
I think there is beauty in our more vulnerable sides. I think there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of power in letting people see your weaknesses sometimes. And you know, we're not all strong all the time, and we can't fool ourselves and say that I feel nothing and nothing bothers me. And so A plus D really talks about accepting your bad sides and reveling in them, and being comfortable to acknowledge that you being imperfect is what makes you perfect. I think that people have to embrace their more vulnerable sides more. There's nothing wrong to feel emotion and have people see it. You know, we're all expected to look a certain way, act a certain way in public, and when you see someone crying, everyone stares and looks at you like you're a Martian instead of, I don't know, empathizing a little bit, and you can't help but wonder why. And you also see that with performers, people who, when you're really feeling something on stage, I don't know if people feel this way, but when I'm on stage and I really feel something, and I don't know, it's just like this moment that happens, and you can see everyone connects with it in the audience. People can tell what's honest and what's true from what's not. And there's nothing more magical than you and a group of people feeling that emotion together. It's a beautiful thing. So A plus D, both versions come out July 7th, so please check them out.
Now, Vita, last but not least, is there anything that you would like to tell your audience?
My audience, as of right now, I love you. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be where I am without you. You guys bought Fix You, you sang Fix You, you called every radio station when I asked for your help, and you requested them, and you hounded them, and you bugged them to play my song. And that means the world to me. You're there at my shows, you're cheering as loud as you can, you're going crazy, and you give me all of my energy that I need to perform and go on every day. A plus D is my new single. Any new fans who are watching this, go check it out. This is one of my most honest songs, one of my most vulnerable songs that I'm letting people in on about myself. And please check out both versions. If you don't like one, check out the other. You might like it. And I hope you can relate to it. I hope there's something in there that you're able to pull out of it. And if so, let me know. And follow me on Twitter, @VitaChambers. I talk to all my fans. I follow you back. I'm a very social person. Follow me on Instagram as I document my crazy and ridiculous life. And my website, see if I'm coming to perform near you. I'd love to meet you. @VitaChambers. Sorry, that's wrong. www.vitachambers.com. See, I forget my own stuff. Yeah. And thank you so much for making it to the end of this interview. Thanks.